All right.
Welcome to the IFM Podcast.
Spider.
Where'd it go?
It's on there.
God,
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
killed
we're
the
not ready.
podcast.
Oh
The
my
podcast.
god.
What? Yeah, that was the most effective way to kill the spider. Yeah, that was it. That was the only fucking option available to him.
Like, I felt something like tingle on my nose. And I was like,
Jake,
what's
speaking
that?
to the mic, God damn it.
I had some tactical difficulties.
We're not, Jake's fucking
Blew
retarded.
it right towards me.
Jake saw a spider and shit his pants is what just happened.
I'm just like,
Whatever. We're fine.
it's
All
a
right.
new spider friend.
Hey, Jake,
Thank you.
you ready to do this podcast? You ready to get
Are
paid?
we ready to kick this mule?
Yeah. We've already
Kicking
kicked the
this
fucking mule.
All right. The mule's
Welcome to the IFM Podcast. This is your host, John,
I'm Alex.
and that is
I'm-
Jake.
yeah.
That's fucking
Hey.
TJ.
Hi.
First on the list. You know, guys, you remember Parkland? I just read this while I was talking to you guys, so it's actually quite convenient. You guys remember Parkland? There was a shooting.
No.
Doman Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember? Okay, yeah, there was a shooting. So one of the kids who was in the shooting, Kyle Kashov, who is now a prominent voice in the conservative movement. Apparently, it was uncovered that when he was 16 years old, months before the shooting, a Google Doc circulated where apparently he had commented on the document racial slurs to the black people.
Oh my goodness.
Of the black people. Like, it was a here's the thing. This really raises an eyebrow to me. So this kid, he goes around, actually, I don't want dead air here, but hold on, wait. I can send it to you. I can send it to you, Alex, so that you can put it up on the screen that nobody can
Is
see.
it a CNN article?
No, I think it's Reuters.
We don't use CNN here.
It's Reuters. Yeah. Okay, so you got it. But yeah, no. So okay, the thing is, so it was a study guide for a test, and he felt, and I guess so for some reason he had put racial slurs. I want Alex to read more of this because I'm not informed on this shit. I just read a headline and maybe the first paragraph.
I'm bringing it up.
And okay, so right now he's this prominent conservative guy because the reason is you guys know the what was it, the Hogg guy. What was his name?
Oh.
The Hogg guy.
Wait, David?
Yeah, David Hogg.
Yeah.
He's on the left, right?
A little bit.
And he's a little bit like he's like saying, oh, he's anti-gun. He's this big anti-gun guy, and he's on the left, and this is basically his counterpart who is on the right, and that they both went to the same school. They both experienced the same shooting, but this guy, I guess, he came out, and he's now prominent. As you can see, he's in an NRA conference. Really boggles my mind. It says okay, first off, this was months before the shooting. He's putting racial slurs on a study guide for a test. Now he graduated, applied for college, went to Harvard. Harvard sees this, it's uncovered, and Harvard revokes his admission because they see this.
What's wrong with that? Like that?
Well, hold on, I'm just asking. I'm gonna open to see what you guys' views on this is. So and then I guess
he's how old is he?
He was 16 at the time. This was months before the shooting. He's now graduated. He's 18 now, I believe, or 19.
Okay. Oh, so he was supposed to go to Harvard.
Well, he did. He got accepted to
He
Harvard.
was on his way to Harvard. Harvard then
Yeah,
saw
Harvard
them
saw this.
while accepting him and said no.
Well, they had accepted him, then rescinded it.
Oh, they rescinded after accepting him.
Yes, and so I guess the question is does this say? I've never been studying for a study guide in class and felt the need to drop some N-bombs on the Google document.
I mean, he's a fucking idiot. Like that's true.
I don't know, but is that enough to say? Let me ask you a question, because obviously the implication here is oh, he was using N-words. Does this make him a racist? He was dropping N-bombs on his.
I think he's just a stupid teenager.
Well,
Is okay.
he was saying they said anti-black or whatever that was. It wasn't saying
Does it
he
say
was.
the
He
words
just
on
said,
Alex Reed? It said anti-black.
It said anti.
So I
something
assume
at the
he
top.
used the.
The gamer word.
he used one of the. He was the big one. He used the big daddy. He used,
I mean, that
I don't
only
know.
makes
Do you
sense
have
to
it?
me.
I sent it in the group chat, so maybe you're looking at it too, Jake.
It only makes sense that he wouldn't be accepted because that shit happens all the time.
It makes
That
sense.
makes,
I
agree
mean, I
with
don't
that.
know if that's.
I guess let me ask you a question. If you were Harvard, you saw this.
How did they even find it?
It was on Twitter. Someone it was uncovered. He didn't deny it either. He wasn't like he wrote an apology letter stating he did it. And, he's changed so much.
For fucking sake.
Another spider?
Don't flick it away.
Jake, why did
Either kill it or
Jake,
just
try and
wait.
kill it this time.
No,
killed it.
it's gone.
Dude, Jake is pissed off. Look at
Jake is afraid of spiders.
He's like, what the? Jake wants to.
Jake is seething.
When's the last time a spider
Jake,
crawled
into the
on-
mic. Into the
I don't know.
mic. Into the mic.
When's the last time a spider crawled on you? Like, John, you tell me.
It's happened like maybe a year
I mean,
ago.
yeah, it startles me.
No, actually, less than a year ago, I was sitting at my computer and a spider decided to drop in directly in front of me, like less than an inch away from my face, and it got on my nose.
Jake's first instinct was to, like,
So, I
blow
mean-
this thing up with a gentle.
I was trying to get on Alex, but clearly I didn't.
Then he comes back. He's like,
He came
"Why
back for
is this
revenge.
spider-"
Go away, spider.
He's like, "No,
No,
Oh my
spider,
God, a
no.
spider.
Spider be gone.
Instead of killing, I'm just gonna blow it away. Strong breeze." Okay, but okay. So, so what were we talking about?
The gamer word.
Yeah.
If you were Harvard, this kid. First off, okay, 16, he's 18 now. Do you
Harvard-
honestly think, yeah, he writes an apology. Do we honestly think his character's changed?
No.
I
think
If he
the kid-
underwent some like major
Wait,
experience?
what city did this? Or where is this guy from again?
It's from Parkland,
What-
Florida.
So that's like a
Stoneman
Florida?
Douglas High School. Doxing him, man.
I'm sure it's like I mean, it just sounds like a teenage kid that just I don't know.
Sounds like you guys.
Yeah.
So are you asking if like
we would do?
if you're
Not that we
asking-
did.
Not that we did.
Which
Not
we
that
would
we
do.
What are
ever
you
would
asking
do,
right now?
because
Then are you asking if Harvard should have let him
If
in? or should not have?
if you were the admissions officer, it breaks up. You hear this kid. He was dropping M-bombs.
Oh
Why
yeah,
didn't
no,
they
I
accept
would-
him in the first
if I were,
place?
If I were
Well, I
Harvard, I
assume
would,
he met the academic.
he met-
criteria.
I thought it had something to do with the fact that
he was
he
from
a part
that
of
school.
yeah.
Maybe.
Because that was why
I might play
that was
a
why
role.
Hogg, right?
Yeah,
That's why he
yeah.
went to Harvard.
Well,
Part of
okay,
the reason.
Listen, I'm gonna assume that the reason Harvard accepted them,
is because
everyone there, they met the academic. Like, I'm sure at some point, this kid went to Parkland. Obviously, I can't completely discount that didn't play
Yeah,
a
it
role into the
probably did.
admission. I mean, like, but is that the reason why? Like, he had a 1.0
I think that is-
GPA, fucking retarded.
No,
when he went
like,
to
well,
Parkland.
okay, here's the
I
thing. Here's the
don't-
thing. There's tons of kids out there, students out there, that have perfect grades, and
They
maybe
don't
they have
make
some
it in.
other
yeah.
extracurriculars. So they have
Extracurricular.
you have to have but to get into Harvard, you have to have something to set you apart. So it's either that you're loaded, or you like saved a village in Africa, or you were
Okay.
at the school where they had a shooting. So
Okay, yeah.
with these kids, like, I don't know what the rate is exactly, but like I guess what I'm saying is like maybe
90% acceptance rate among the class of whatever. And then they,
No, I'm saying like whatever normally that like I don't know how big the school was. Whatever, like let's just say one or two. Let's say two kids normally would get accepted from that school to go to Harvard.
Yeah.
I gotta think it's at least we know at least two. I'm sure it's more than that.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. Well, I mean, I'm not discounting that didn't play a role into there. Obviously, you see the name, this kid, he was there. Obviously, like if I was in admissions, I would probably be more lenient and sympathetic, and probably lean more towards accepting them if they met all the other criteria.
Yeah, but that's not the.
Well, the
point.
thing with Harvard though is that they
talk about the
care
Asians,
about their
man.
image.
You can talk
And-
about the Asians.
Huh?
You can talk about the Asians, aren't you?
No,
Okay.
I was.
We can't talk about that on this podcast. Our producer said we can't.
John's retarded. Continue your thought.
What I was
start
going
a
to say is
conspiracy
that they
theory.
have. They can choose anybody to go there, and so this kid, like they chose it. My impression is that, like, of all the kids that have 4.0 or 5.0, whatever, if you do AP classes, of all the kids that have like perfect grades, like they picked him because part of the reason why is because he was at that school and they think that experience is valuable, I guess, and so like they're like, okay, yeah, he's a good candidate, but they can pick whoever they want, and so
Like any college can, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but especially Harvard, and so they're going to
Because it's a
see
private
this.
school?
Huh?
Because it's a private school.
It's just because it's like one of the
It's one of the
Harvard,
best.
Harvard or Yale is like the most exclusive and
You mean
highest
MIT?
ranked.
No.
Whatever, it depends on the subject. Okay, whatever it is, it's at least in the top 5, right?
Hey, for you.
If not,
Keep
what's your
going.
top 5 without
keep
Harvard?
Going. Just keep going. It doesn't matter. I'm messing with
Jesus.
you.
So they can pick whatever they want. So like one little thing goes wrong, they have thousands upon thousands of other kids with no racial slurs in their Google Docs lined up to take his place. So it makes sense that they wouldn't keep him. They don't have to. They have no reason.
So are you saying? So where do you stand on this? Harvard. You're a Harvard. You just accepted this kid. 16 when he was 16, which is about 2 years ago. It's uncovered. There's a big Twitter backlash. He said he was dropping M-bombs, C-bombs.
Yeah, like, you don't do that. Like, first off, you don't do that because you're a good person, but then you also don't do stupid shit like that because you know it can always be traced back.
We know people. Not going to say names.
I'm saying
I don't think that makes you a bad person. I just think that just means you're reckless. Or I mean, you just like.
What I think was happening is he said it he said it in private to a group, probably people he trusted. Obviously, you shouldn't trust those motherfuckers. Listen, these snakes will come in and try to fucking destroy you at every fucking moment.
Where are these snakes that you know?
Huh? I'm looking at them. I'm looking at that fucking Jake, the fucking snake right there, right across the fucking table from me.
Yeah, I'm gonna put in. There's like a little web on my. There's a little web on my mic. Anyways,
so Jake, yes or no? Would you have?
I would. Wait, would I have what?
Would you have?
Yes, I would have kicked him out.
But
not because I really wanted to, but because I would have felt like I had to.
Okay. You would have done it because you want to.
Well,
you think this is?
I agree with
character
Jake's point.
judgment.
No, not necessarily. I agree with
it's
Jake.
just
There's plenty of people.
It's just
if you have that big of a fuck up, like there's plenty of people who are just
really
like
the biggest fuck up you can have.
I mean, in the current climate, of like how racism is right now in 2019, I would say that's big.
What
enough.
racism? I'm just fucking with you.
Okay. Alex.
What?
You're Harvard. What the fuck do you mean? What?
Ask your question.
What do you mean, John? what? No, you're Harvard. You're the mission. You just accept this kid. 2 years ago, it's uncovered. He said racist shit on a study guide. And what are you accepting or denying?
Fuck that kid. He's out.
He's out.
He's out.
Wow. I think I'm the only one. Okay. The thing is,
I don't understand. It's not because I would want to get rid of him. It's just I don't feel like I have a choice.
Like, I don't understand. Why is there pressure on Harvard? Like, okay, some guy says, like...
Why is there pressure?
What? Like, why are they going to an alma mater that, like, accepted... Like, did they go to every school? Is this... My concern here is, like, okay, this kid, he said the N-word. Like, and, okay, so the Twitter backlash is they contact every school he got accepted to. Like, is this kid allowed to go to school because he said the N-word? Is, like, what is that? Like...
See, no, I don't... I think it's, like, part of the... reason is because it is Harvard.
Okay, it's Harvard.
Harvard's higher profile, so
I'm sure.
Like if he went to he's in Florida.
Brown. If
they got like was it like I don't know if it's University of Florida, or Florida State,
Central Florida, or some
whatever, like Florida State. I guess
anywhere,
that's the real one, right?
bad.
Anyways, like they're not. It's not gonna. He's just gonna slip through the cracks there more likely. Whereas Harvard, it's like everybody's a celebrity.
Everybody's fucking.
But the thing is, I feel like this does not in the whole conversation. Like, okay, Harvard. Like, if anything, this is only like. The people that like him probably like him more, and the people that hate him probably hate him more. Like, this is done not. Like, you've won no converts here. Like, okay, he's popular among the right, and their big thing is college censorship. Oh, look at what the right does. Like, oh, is he not allowed to go to school because he dropped the N-word? Oh, a silly mistake he made, blah, blah, blah. Has his character changed? Do we honestly think this guy's character's changed? He writes an apology letter. Was he really sorry?
I saw a picture of him like at some
NRA convention.
Yeah, did he make an apology there or
No, he wrote a letter. What happened was Harvard saw it, sent him like, can he explain this? He wrote an apology letter.
That's it. That's all that he did as an apology. Just wrote a letter. He didn't even. Okay. I mean,
I apologize.
So, no,
I have a few black
I
friends. He called his black friends. These are guys that need you to take a picture with me. He says, in fact, those are the people I was calling. it was jovial, you see. And they, but okay, is this really a character judgment on his is it really? I don't know. I don't like. I would stand my ground as Harvard and say we accepted him. Listen, he met criteria. Like the basis.
It's that we can't read can we actually read what he wrote?
You can look it up. That was just
like how bad is it? Like if it's something stupid like
how many
a bad
what
joke,
is like a non-bad like black racial? What is like the tame one?
What is
the one that
didn't land well that like probably didn't really hurt anybody like that wasn't really like aimed at anybody like.
So
there are circumstances where you could say something in a joking manner that is somewhat racist.
Yeah.
But like if you're saying they said anti-black slurs, so that's not like him. He wasn't. Doesn't sound like he was joking about anything.
Yeah, but you never want to trust the news media, but you can trust Reuters. At least that's what they want us to believe.
I don't know. I want to know what he said. Like, they make it sound like he like called people the
Where are
N-word.
these screenshots?
Go on. It's on Twitter, isn't it? Should be on Twitter. How dare you?
Like,
Oh my God.
It's best
dude.
to not show racial slurs on Twitch.tv.
Oh shit.
yeah, we don't do that.
Just
here.
say it loud. Actually,
What?
just
Say it loud.
say it loud. No.
What?
Wait.
Say it
Just pig
loud.
Latin.
No.
Pig
Just
Latin.
say it loud. As
Fuck,
loud as
I'm
you
not
can.
getting accepted to Harvard.
Just yell any racism as loud as you can. They won't be able to tell.
We love black people. I am half black. Harvard. You can't. You gotta
Harvard?
understand.
I know you're listening.
Harvard. Okay.
Mr.
How can you
Harvard.
not find these screenshots? Alex, you find the screenshots.
It's okay. I mean,
The guy's name is Kyle. You saw the article. Kyle Kushov, Twitter, Google Doc, screenshots. Don't even type screenshots. Just type Twitter study guide, because that's what you fucking put it on. Alex will find it. You just tell me if it's pretty bad or not, since you can't show it.
Are you kidding me? They blurred out.
the bad words.
Oh wait, okay.
Did they blur out the bad
Jake,
words?
say it.
Oh,
I wouldn't.
Oh shit! Jake's like, God damn, this kid. God damn, this kid is racist. Holy shit!
no, I just think he's just like I'm reading.
He should be removed from polite
Oh,
society.
okay,
I'm
okay.
reading- I'm
He
reading-
definitely doesn't believe. He shouldn't get in the
Alex,
Harvard.
let me see it. Look.
No.
It's actually.
Alex, you see it?
You can't put it
I've
up
not
on the
found it.
screen.
All right.
Okay, send on the
I'll tell you.
Discord.
I'll tell you the part without racial slurs. Can I get a side of that tit sauce, please? I'll pay extra. Yeah, yeet. Oh, whoa, what's this?
Wait, he typed that?
Jack, fuck my ass now. Now, bitch, where are you getting the fucking moped and drive?
Wait, what class was this study
Biatch.
guide?
Gamer.
Literally gamer.
But like
Basically,
I'm really good at
gamer.
like I'm really good at typing gamer. Okay, like practice makes perfect, son. This is
This
just
is not
retarded.
funny. This is terrible.
Practice makes perfect.
You fucking race. You Nazi
Holy shit.
Oh, I
scum.
see it now.
That's like. Okay, yeah. I
Let the
Yeah.
kid in. Come on.
gamer.
God.
Okay, you have to realize.
Is he a
that,
racist?
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think. What? No, I don't think. No, I don't think he's really racist.
No, I
You think this guy's around black people doesn't feel a little bit uneasy?
I no,
Look, pull up the picture, Alex.
I
Look,
guess-
I'm gonna look at this guy.
Oh, you're gonna look at him. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
listen,
yeah.
I have background information.
No,
Wait, you
I
wanna
ha-
see the
literally-
picture of the guy?
The guy.
I
Put him up.
Oh,
definitely
you're
think this is
you're
a-
gonna
Alex,
judge him
you
based
think-
on his
you-
looks.
You're gonna judge him based on his looks.
No, I'm gonna
judge
judge
him
him based on what he typed and what he looked. Listen, you think that guy, you know, he's around Tyrone and fucking Jamal, and he's like, oh yeah.
You're
you guys
assuming
are-
their names are Tyrone and Jamal John.
Okay, any of them, any of them,
Of those people.
any black guy he's with.
Bartholomew and Joshua over there.
Okay, fucking James and Tyler.
Yes.
The black man named Tyler. How many black people do you know named
I know.
Tyler?
I do know a
like
black man
couple.
named Tyler.
Tyler the Creator. Fuck.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah. Sure.
Okay, what's a black name you? Bartholomew.
Shit.
You've never
Now
heard
we're
of
getting
Bartholomew.
into it. Go back to your point.
Okay, you think that guy? You saw him? What? That guy looks a little racist to you.
He definitely looks like
No,
I
you
don't,
don't-
see,
would
I don't
not-
see the world through that lens.
Alex, you're just denying. You don't want to say. You don't want to deny.
Okay, I don't get the vibe like, okay, he's a straight up racist. I think he just has no respect.
Obviously, I'm
for
saying
it.
this jokingly. Like, you can't just look at a guy and like assume he.
No, I'm,
That's a
I'm
fucking
saying what I
racist
think
if I've ever
just
seen
based on everything I've heard.
Okay.
Based on, I don't think he's like, I hate black people or something like that. I think he just doesn't have any respect for what it means to say those words.
I just think he probably just doesn't know black people.
Yeah.
And he probably just, I mean, if you don't know black people, then
And you're just gonna say drop the word every day.
you don't care.
Yeah, I get like what maybe he's trying to be funny to his friends. I don't know.
Yeah, I
That's
think he's trying to be
quite the-
funny.
He's trying to, like,
Yeah.
oh dude, Kyle, you fucking comedian. He's like, you always get those shock value kids. You know, we knew them in high school. I'm not gonna say their name. Well, I don't know if I can say their first names. But I don't know. I'm gonna get arrested by Jake. He's gonna fucking beat my ass. But yeah, you know,
we,
the kid,
we had a kid. We
the
had
kid-
one other kid. I'm sure everybody here knows about the kid.
you
we're
know the
talking
guys
about.
who would go in. Name starts with a D.
Actually, I saw a YouTube
Dust in the
video.
wind.
Wait, what?
Oh,
And Dust in the Wind. Like they
Dust
would
in
go.
the Wind.
He would go around, and he would fucking. What would he do? He would just he just said shock value things like, oh, a retard should be killed. Like, oh, like he would be in class in biology. He would talk about like how he wants to fuck women, blah blah blah, and like how he fucks women. He's saying this in class with like. The teacher at the time had to be like, all right, Dust in the Wind, can you like calm down? Like we have females in the class. Like, yeah, you're shocking, you're edgy. And you realize like what makes a joke funny? Like once you pass high school, like, well, I don't know, maybe you guys will get there. You want cleverness in jokes. Like you want some wit to it.
You're saying that's not clever to say the gamer word?
No, like, okay, like you can make a clever joke that's race based. People do. Dave Chappelle did all. Dave Chappelle made a quite decent living making people, and you can watch anything he does, and it's still fucking funny. You know, it's a little racist, but and
It's all in good fun. It's not like
but like
he's-
just dropping the N word, like there's no cleverness to it. Like it's just you're dropping the N word
Say it.
to impress. Hey guys, look what I can do. Like
Got him.
But yeah, no.
Dunked on.
In other news, guys, you guys ready for a new topic?
Sure. I mean,
Alex, you ready?
I think we all agree that
yeah.
Harvard just made the right decision.
I would still hold my ground. Like,
I guess still.
If I was
here's,
Harvard,
here's,
I would
here's
say
the thing.
he
Here's
met,
the thing.
he met all the requirements.
Again, like I wouldn't want to really get rid of him. And I mean, I'd have to talk to him. I mean, the way it looked like is just sound like he's just joking around.
Can you pinky promise me you won't ever say that word again? Is that the conversation Jake has?
I need you to never
Like,
say it again.
No,
and then
it's
I'll
just
let you
like-
know.
like
we have a
like-
written agreement.
Okay, like the stuff like the jokes and the stuff I'll say between my friends, like that's one thing, but like to make that but he didn't make that public. That's why it's kind of hard. The only reason why it's really a problem, I think, is because he made it public. Like I don't the way he typed it out.
I think
don't-
one of his friends fucking snitched on him because he never wanted to. Because
I don't think that he's really like I don't think he's like okay
A real
is he
racist?
Sure, but like
Do you
to
think
what
like he has
extent?
a
Like,
hatred?
Do I think he really, does he have like a strong dislike or hatred towards black people? I don't really think so.
no, you can't. You
Does
can't
he?
make
Is he
that
like
determination.
detached from like black people? Sure, but like, I guess I think the real problem is that it just it is made public, and so it's like even if he isn't really a true racist, I would say, I guess, or like at least like early, even if he isn't like a hateful racist, like the problem
That
with
does not help his case.
the problem with I'm just saying the problem that Harvard has is like it just looks awful.
Yeah, you can't just let that.
So I don't know.
Okay.
You gotta think about the position Harvard's in. Harvard's like known as one of the best schools. They let in the best of the best. Like you can't have any fuck ups on your record. Like
Listen, I don't really feel that strongly about it. Personally, I don't like the guy. I don't like his politics. I don't like his temperament. I don't even like the guy. I'm just saying if I was Harvard, I probably would have still accepted him. But I don't really care one way or another. Fuck the kid. But yeah, on to the next topic. Guys, we're going to war. Going to fucking war.
With who?
Iran.
Oh, yeah.
You've heard.
Who
I
cares?
actually today is the thought odd because I
You paid
got
attention to the news today?
no in the mail. I got a service order or like I had to sign up for like
You doing
being
it?
able to do it.
That-
I had
Oh,
Oh,
before
selective
leaving-
service?
Selective service.
Oh, you got to fill that out before you turn 26.
Yeah, before
or else you're not
26.
going to be allowed to do fucking anything.
Yeah, I know.
I
I read it. Like
Yeah, no,
I gotta do that.
That's a draft, Jake. That's
Yeah.
what you have to sign up for the draft.
yeah.
I did that.
So we can get drafted.
I did too.
Going to the war.
I had to fucking do it.
Hell yeah.
No, they're gonna send us to fucking Iran. Apparently, and this is the funny thing. So the alleged story is that Iran blew up 2 oil tankers in the Gulf of Oman, and the United States is blaming Iran. And this is increasing tensions. In fact, just today, news released that the U.S. was sending 1,000 more troops to the Middle East amid Iran tensions.
I thought we just pulled like a lot out.
No, that's a fucking lie. It's
It
a fucking
was?
lie. Our president, who comes up on stage, says, "I'm going to pull out this many troops." He says it, right?
I mean, I don't follow what Trump
And then
says.
tell me the day that fucking happened. He'll say shit that never comes to fruition.
I think that man is actually stupid, but
I think so too, but I don't want to cause a circle jerk here. I don't want to politically alienate.
Hey
Alex
guys,
here. Alex.
hey guys, Trump bad, am I right?
Yeah. No.
okay,
but
well,
no.
continue. Yeah.
So, anyways,
So 1,000 troops in Iran.
in Iran, and obviously, like the fear here is among both the left and the right is that
War.
we're going to fucking
What is
war.
it good for?
And yeah, honestly, and let's look at the bright side here. Iran.
Right side the war.
Iran.
51st.
We're talking Persian women. That's some primo fucking Arabic shit right there.
It's not Arab. John. I'm
Okay, they're
disappointed.
Persians,
Yeah, they're not Arab.
but
They'll get
they
pissed.
they're like in
Like,
the realm.
Let's call up.
If
one
I
of
They're
saw
Middle Eastern.
if
Let's
I
call,
saw
let's
okay.
call up one of your Arab
They're
buddies
Middle
and call him
Eastern.
Persian. See how he takes it.
Yeah, no, they're
Oh,
really.
please.
Call him Turkish.
Just call them. They're Middle Eastern.
Listen, they look the same.
Oh, Where have I heard this before?
Oh, fuck.
Oh wow. They all look.
I
Oh,
Just
can
call
you-
them Middle
All
Eastern.
right,
dude.
I'm here to.
Okay, no, they're
do I have
Persian.
to, you know,
Iranians are Persian.
John's apparently not.
doesn't
familiar
matter.
with
Iran
that.
is not in the Middle East.
I'm
Fun
saying
fact.
if-
Iran geographically is not in the Middle East. So to
Asia.
say it's in the Middle East is a misnomer. You can't say it's not in the. They are Persian. That's the thing. But I'm telling you that, like, okay, you see a Saudi Arabian and you see an Iranian. Are you like, oh man, you know, I can't. Oh fuck, I'm not getting accepted to Harvard. Fuck this shit. I'm
Oh,
done.
man,
They
you
look
showed difference between
exactly the
Listen,
same.
I love Arabic women.
Clearly, yes.
They are my dream woman. All I'm saying is, you know, you send me to Iran, you know, all these girls under this oppressive Iranian regime, they're gonna see me, the liberator.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm getting the shortcut to my 72 virgins because they're gonna be like, oh shit, I can get 72 Iranians, right? I don't even have to strap a bomb to myself up. No, getting 72 virgins. Bye bye Harvard acceptance
Dear
letter.
Mr. Harvard.
Fuck.
Mr. Harvard, what I said wasn't true. I didn't mean it.
But no, listen. Let me listen. I love, you know, I love Arabs. I love Persians.
Some of them
I love all
I
people.
assume we're good people.
I don't want to go to war. I'm just saying. You
Yeah,
know,
I
there
don't
might be a
wanna
You
fuck
silver.
just really want to dominate an Arabic one. You want to liberate America.
No,
Shit.
I go to school in a highly Arabic. Oh my god, Arabic. I went to the movie theaters. There are Arabic women there. I don't know. There's something just about their facial features. You know, see Harvard. I'm glorifying Arabs right now. I am saying
Apparently.
their genes are strong. And their genes
Strong.
are great. And okay, this is where my acceptance letter is gonna like get rescinded. Like, there's a part of me that understands why like the men are like so possessive and, you know, puts the hijab on, makes them wear this shit. Listen,
because
if
they're
you
so
saw how
attractive.
attractive
Oh
they
my
were,
God.
like
Holy
you
shit.
wouldn't even want to deal with the fucking hassle. You like put this on, like, and don't take it off. Only when you're around me. Now again, I don't support, you know, oppressive regimes.
Yeah,
you know, forcing
okay.
people to wear things they don't want to wear.
Unless they're Arab, you know, then
No.
it's okay. It's pretty
Listen.
hot.
Then it's okay because they look good.
It's pretty hot, TBH.
No, it's not. I don't like oppression, but they're
Oh, you like
every Arabic.
oppression.
Well, not every Arabic woman.
You
but
like your
a high
form
percentage
of
of
oppression.
them. Like they have their eyes. It's just the way their
Oh
face
my
is
god,
sculpted.
the Arabs, they're so cute. Oh
And they
my
can,
god.
they are like people talk about how black people can be thick. No, Arabs can be thick in ways you couldn't even imagine.
All right, like
man.
what's your point?
Like, all that hummus, it's just going to places
It's
you
the hummus.
you wouldn't even believe. I'm telling you, TJ, you're Arab. You
I
have to
know,
agree
like
with
I
me
know
on
these
this.
things. Like I'm not disagreeing.
And they're just like they're fucking gorgeous. Like that's my dream. That's my dream. You know, I don't believe in God, but you know, if I did,
John,
if
this
I
is
did, like
John's
I would pray
discourse.
for an
John's
Arab
going
woman.
down
God,
a fucking
women
hole.
are so. Everyone are so fucking beautiful.
You
I
guys-
don't
I don't
believe
believe in
God.
God.
listen. You guys gotta understand, like, so many people, like, it's just an underrated category, Arab woman, because like so many people have these like Asian fetishes. Oh, I have this coworker. He's on all these dating sites. You know, I'm like, dude, you can't be Well, personally, I'm off dating sites because I've had a bad history with them. They make me unhappy, and I just don't like them. But okay, he's on dating sites. He matches with this girl, and he has this huge Asian fetish. He wants to marry a South Korean. Or just Korean in general. He plays
Nerd.
StarCraft. He fucking likes,
Wow, I said
you know,
that
he
before
does.
you said that.
So, no, and so it's like, and he has this big thing for these Asian women. I'm like, dude, like Arab women are fucking like what? Like it's so underrated. Is the thing,
Dude,
like,
everybody's got
There
their
is
thing.
no big like if you got like I don't why are Asian women have no features, no ass. Pretty
No.
faces, but typically they don't have no
See,
ass, no
like,
titties.
Why do you think they're underrated? Like a lot
do
of
I think
people like
Arab women
Arabic girls. Like they a lot
There's
of people,
no big fallout for
No, no, a
Asians.
lot of
Like,
people-
people dream like there's
For
big titty
Asian or
goth
Arab?
GF, and then there's that cute Asian submissive GF.
Okay, well no, that's okay. That's completely.
But
what it
with
is.
Arabs,
That's
you
like
get the best of both worlds. You do get the big titty, and you know, unfortunately,
said
due
two,
to
like,
their
super
oppressive
stereotypical,
culture,
like-
they are sometimes submissive.
It's the sacrifice you're willing to make. You know.
Yeah.
I think the Arabs are the compromise between
Dude.
the big titty goth GF and the Asian.
Are you
woman.
telling me that Arab women are perfectly balanced?
Yes, and they're
all
in the
things.
Middle East. So
Oh
that
my
that is literally compromise.
All right, John.
Yeah.
Good for you.
All
I'm glad
right.
you like the Arab.
And this is why I want to go to
Women.
Harvard.
Yes.
That is
Yes,
my
Harvard.
Please take me.
Harvard, I heard you have a lot of very pretty Arabs.
Man.
I would very much like to meet them. Thank you
You're
very
some
much.
big ass milkers, man.
But the problem is, you know, they don't like me because I'm not Arab. So shit. They only like Arabs.
Just act like it.
Most people only like people that are white. But no, back to this guy. You know, and he was talking to this girl, and he was talking to her for a day, and he's like, "Oh, I don't think she's interested."
Okay.
I don't think she's interested. And they're talking for a day. I'm like, okay, what have you been talking about? I'm looking at the conversation history. I'm like, he's just talking to her about shit. I'm like, dude, you've been talking to this girl for a day. You're on a fucking dating site. Ask her out. He says, and he's just afraid this whole time. And I know you guys were pointing at, you guys were like, John, well, we just had a conversation earlier where you were just a beta bitch. But then, I mean, with Bumble, like, you get the initial swipe right. She's talking to you. She's responding to you. She's obviously somewhat attracted
All right,
to
how
you.
did we get into your attractives? How did we get into this?
So again, what?
Like, why are you talking about dating apps?
Because we were talking about my days at one. Well, I was talking about my days at one, and I started talking about Bumble.
Yeah, like why? Like, where
Oh,
were
my
you before
fucking
that?
God.
You had a point.
I'm getting to my point. Well, no, I think we kind of switched topics.
You
Well,
may
I
have.
fucking segued. All right, TJ, do you want to go to war in Iran?
No.
All right.
Sounds like fun.
Okay, well, okay, since I can't talk about my fucking, I'm okay, banned from talking about people's dating apps
No, you can
experience.
talk all you want about dating apps.
No, I can't. I fucking can't, apparently. You guys are fucking.
How was your week, John? What'd you do this
No,
week?
shut up. We're still stop. That was a terrible segue. That wasn't
No.
even fluid.
Well, fuck you.
Listen,
We're doing
fuck
it.
you.
But no, and this has to tie into what I was gonna say. So the big problem with this oil is not that like so many people want to go to war, but so many people just don't trust what the government's saying. Like, so the government's blaming Iran, but like a lot of people just believe the government's just saying because they just want to go to war with Iran. There are a bunch of like pro-war figures in the government that want to go to war, and so they're coming up with any excuse to go to war in Iran. So like the country's split, and I read a Reddit comment. Saying like it was basically just saying like, you see, this is what fake news has done. It is so you can't, and this was the goal of fake news all the time. It wasn't really so much to get everyone to agree on one thing or everything or persuade the but just to get them so divided that you don't know what is true anymore, and you don't know what is false, and you don't know who to trust. And you can't trust the news media, you can't trust the government. They all have some, and so you're kind of stuck in this quandary where you can't go to war. What the fuck?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you better be.
Where you can't go to war because half the country doesn't support it because they don't even trust you, and so like, do you feel like that's a rising problem, Jake?
What the fuck was that? His stomach crawled. What's the problem again, John?
What's the problem? No, I was saying because of fake news. I was saying because of
yes,
fake.
it is a problem.
You agree?
Yeah.
It is a problem. How do we remedy this? How do you fight fake news? Real news?
Here's what
More
we do.
fake
But
news.
no.
No.
The thing
Here's
is,
what we
like,
do.
How do you
we
fight
get
fake
Facebook
news?
to pick the right news.
No, that's kind of like where you tie in. How do you fight fake news without, the response being, well, First Amendment right? How do you combat it? Because they do have the right to publish news and whatever, politically charged as it may
get
be.
a subscription to The Economist.
Okay,
And
so
that's it.
so there's nothing. Okay, I mean, so basically you're saying there's nothing really the government can do. It's really the people have to take it amongst themselves, which we know they won't. So
That's what you think.
yes, people are just going to line up in droves to get an issue, even when I think the left primarily.
I don't know
thinks
what
they
you
can't.
gonna enforce, like which news is.
Yeah, that's why I said. Again, that's the problem with fighting it, because you can't fight it without breaking the First Amendment.
Well, you can fight it without breaking the First Amendment.
How so? As a government?
As a
How
government,
can you
no,
fight
you
against
can't.
fake news?
No, as a government, no, you can't really. I don't think.
Okay. And yeah. Oh, and that ties it. Oh, I was gonna say this last week. Are you guys ready for a new topic?
Sure.
TJ, say into the mic.
I'm giving you a thumbs up. Can you see him stretching?
Dude, this guy's fucking stretching for days.
Yes.
Okay. New topic is Adpocalypse. Steven Crowder. You guys know who he is?
Yeah.
I just heard about that today.
You just heard it happened like 2 weeks ago.
Well,
Alex,
I just heard
do you know
about
who
it today,
Steven
though.
Crowder is?
Yes.
I went to his
yeah.
University of Michigan speak.
You did.
I did. I
How
was
was
there. If
that?
you look at his video, I'm there in the line. You'll
Oh,
probably
alright.
never find me. Actually, you will if you look hard enough.
I will find you.
Yeah, don't forget to show it on stream. But yeah, no. Yeah, no. So what happened was he was accused. There was this gay journalist on
Yep.
Vox.
Didn't he make fun of him?
Yeah, he made fun of
Yeah,
him.
he did.
And there was the Vox journalist created an 11-minute clip of him, of Steven Crowder insulting him, saying, oh, he's this gay queer, this gay Latino queer, mocking him, being like, oh, he's so brave because he's gay, right?
But like at the same time, wasn't he also like really disagreeing with his points, like all of his points that he was making? He,
yeah,
like,
the reason,
him,
okay,
like, fundamentally.
the reason why he was talking about him was because this guy had said something that he disagreed with, and in his rebuttal to this guy's argument, he would often insult him. And so there was a lot of him just insults that the Vox journalist created, and went to YouTube with it, and he was like, look at what he does to me, and look at what he's doing, blah blah blah. YouTube says, okay, it is not what he did is not, he didn't break any rules, so we can't ban his channel, but what we will do is we will demonetize him, because I don't know what the YouTube rules are exactly. YouTube can do whatever the fuck it wants, actually. But I don't know, like the rule of law. I don't know, like what the standing rules were at the time that
I think
he
it was
broke.
like,
that
you're not allowed to single somebody out and then make fun of them for their life choices or something along those lines. It was
it actually just said like you can't humiliate a person.
You can't like single out a person. And
Which
just
I was like, what?
Well, I guess because who. I guess, okay, so one thing you look at is, who is this Fox? He's a journalist on Fox. So I guess a big question is, like, why is this? I don't know if there are other people he attacks that are of the same level that he just singles out and, like, calls gay and lesbian queers.
Steven Crowder, he tries to be a comedian a lot.
Yeah, he does try.
Yeah,
he does try. He tries his damn hardest.
He tries to be a comedian a lot. So I feel like everything he talks politics wise, every now and then he'll slide in a joke, no matter what the topic may be.
I feel I don't think he should have been demonetized. I don't think he should be banned. But I guess my concern is, like, why is this the journalist you choose to single out? Like, unless, like, there's evidence to, like, he does this to, like, many other journalists, which I haven't seen. Like, why is this the one journalist, this random Vox journalist who nobody's really heard of? There are bigger journalists.
I don't even know what the controversy was about. I don't know what the argument was.
Well, the guy one day, I guess, got fed up and said, look at what he's been doing to me, blah, blah, blah. And, like, he got a whole bunch from, like, a span of time and cut it together of, like, just segments of him just insulting
so Steven Crowder probably just doesn't like him.
And in his defense, what he was saying was that because of these insults, people that watch Steven Crowder have been sending him death threats and all this and harassing him. And I guess so the question is should and then with Steven Crowder being demonetized, a bunch of other people got demonetized. Fun fact.
That's why
it wasn't just Steven Crowder that got demonetized. I don't know. Would you have banned Would you have demonetized Steven Crowder, or would you have banned him? It's TJ Reuter.
I haven't.
The boot.
I haven't seen the video.
Play the video.
But I have seen people reacting to it, and it doesn't seem all that bad. It just seems like he says queer and
he said like it was like queer, and he was like something queer Latino something. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying like he.
If you watch the video, which is obviously the video,
I just watched the clip, and I mean, like, yeah, he made fun of him.
Where do I search for the video?
Made fun of him for being queer.
What was the guy? Steven Crowder.
He at least said something about him being
journalist.
Latino. I don't know if he's like Mexican or whatever.
Yeah, he is Latino.
I mean, he said it like
Latina.
He's a gay Latina.
No, he's Latino, but Steven Crowder would call him Latina.
Oh, he's a gay Latino.
So he definitely said it. I mean, I don't know if that warrants
journalist for
the response that YouTube gave, but I mean,
I mean, if they just single out Steven Crowder and demonetized him, I wouldn't have done that.
I don't like how they said he didn't break any rules, but we're still gonna demonetize him. Like what do you fucking mean? Like, he didn't break any rules, but we're still gonna punish him. Like, no, either he broke a rule and that's how you're doing it and that's how you're taking it, or you shouldn't have done anything at all. It's either. Yeah, it seems like
obviously, and yeah, that's what happened. So I think like there wasn't really much principle in it. They just kind of gave in to pressure.
Yeah, really.
And that's honestly, I've learned, like, if these companies just like don't do anything and just wait, week 2,
nothing will happen.
Like, I don't know why.
I mean, they might
quick.
lose some money at the beginning just because it's a bandwagon, everybody's hopping on. They might like stop something for a minute, but then after the fad passes, I'm sure they'll.
And honestly, I think there are so many, like Steven Crowder especially. Steven Crowder was not hurt by this at all.
Yeah, he has his own thing.
No. Like when I say this is probably one of the best things to happen to Steven Crowder this year.
Oh yeah, any publicity is good publicity.
Like he has this membership thing, subscription membership.
Yeah,
it's shot through the roof.
Good.
He made barely any money. Like, so like him crying like, oh, my free speech is taken away. Well, you're still on the platform. You're making even more money. If anything, YouTube threw a gift to you.
No, but like it's all about what that means.
And it's only temporary because it can come back. Like,
I mean, it probably will come back in like a few months or something, or maybe even a month. But like, it's still the point that it happened. It's not like, oh yeah, it doesn't affect me that bad. Like I still make a living, but like, why it would be about principle at that point. Like, I would be angry too.
Yes.
You did?
You want to watch it?
Play that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
throw it up.
Can they hear the audio? Have you fixed it?
You know,
No, we
I'll
can't.
make it work
You know.
somehow.
No, you won't.
I will. Might be. I hope it's not loud for the stream. That would be.
All
too
right, so why don't you
unfortunate.
watch it? I'm gonna hear your opinion on it because I know you have no idea who Steven Crowder is.
What? How would I not know who Steven Crowder is?
I actually watched Steven
He
Crowder
has a
for a while.
meme.
You bet what?
A meme format.
Oh yeah, change my mind.
Change my
the fucking
mind. Yeah, I love all of his change my minds or whatever.
You watch them?
Yeah, I watched all of them.
I've never actually watched one.
Really, they're good.
Oh, really?
I mean, some of them are. Some of them really good. There are a few. What's really good is just seeing how people react in like on camera and seeing how they argue against somebody who's actually like decent at it.
Might have to listen closely here.
Oh fuck!
Oh, that's what you meant? No, Alex.
Take off.
Oh,
your
we can't hear it? They can hear it, but we can't.
They can hear it.
Wait, you play. I want you to listen. We've already heard it.
I have. No.
You've already.
No, you put it on. You have to hear.
I listened to it before I put it up here. So
well, then take it off. Turn it off.
we don't need to watch this.
Yeah, we don't need to watch that. All right. So you watch. What did you think? You think it was excessive what he was doing to this guy?
Definitely seemed like he was picking on him.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. But I agree with that. He was picking on him for sure. Like he was definitely making fun of him a little bit.
Like,
but like,
that's my thing. Like, no, he shouldn't. But why were you singling this guy out? Like, out of like some random Vox journalist nobody would know about
Like,
unless you actually singled and kept talking
at
about him.
At the same time, he didn't say anything like super bad. He said
Like, what is super bad?
like you're fucking.
Would super bad have been like? Should we kill him?
No,
And, like,
super bad would be like he's a bad person because of this, because he believes this. He was more like poking, like just making jokes about it. He wasn't saying like.
No, I don't think he was. Like they were inflammatory. Like he was going on. Like he was like.
I also never
they were
heard
bad and they were consistent.
I also never heard the thing that you said to stop playing. So.
Oh well, there's
Yeah.
no way you could hear because like
I was hearing it, just not over you.
Do you want to play
No,
it
you're fine. You already fucked it up, then.
Okay, well, but okay. So I mean, Jake, you listened to it. What you think he was picking on him, the guy, excessively?
Excessively, that's where I don't know.
Alex, well, you've never. Well, none of us have ever watched the show enough to know if it was like every
Like
show.
these are all the clips compiled.
Yeah,
This
that's
could have been
that's
over.
the problem. Like this is over a span of time. These are all the clips compiled. But I never saw a counter argument where it's like, here he does it to this other journalist of equal stature and all this blah blah blah. And I say equal stature because more prominent journalists obviously are going to get like Don Lemon, Brian Stelter. Those guys are getting more hate, and the reason they're getting is because they often go out and make these big bold statements that they otherwise shouldn't have.
All right.
Because they're journalists. Yeah, no. So Steven Crowder, and that caused a whole bunch of other things. Alex, would you have demonetized, deplatformed this guy? What would you have done? Is YouTube? You would.
If I was YouTube,
Yeah.
when was he demonetized? Was it recently or like
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago? I thought he would have been demonetized like a year ago or whatever, when everyone else got demonetized. Or when that was
I
a whole
think he
big
did.
Well,
thing.
what happens is that thing, like those things, they come, like what happens? They happen, and eventually over time they all get it back.
Yeah. Like this isn't the first time things have happened to him.
Well, this seems in line with YouTube's.
What they do.
What they
The
do.
way they're
It
acting
doesn't
recently.
surprise me that he was demonetized.
Yeah.
Okay. So is this like a big affront to freedom of speech in your opinion?
No,
Jake,
I don't think it's a big deal.
is your freedom of speech? Has big tech censored you? Has big tech destroyed you?
Not yet.
Shit. Yeah, Jake. Go on, say it.
You're asking like a big tech censored Steven Crowder?
Is it okay? Maybe I should ask a better question. So, like, one of the big conversations is that the government needs to get involved and like force these companies to make it so they cannot ban people for
stupid.
anything they say unless it explicitly breaks the law. Like, so basically, so if the government law was like you can't advocate like the killing of people. Like, that is like the only thing you couldn't say. Everything else, like you can't demonetize, deplatform these people, or ban them in any way unless they do something that explicitly.
So a website
breaks
doesn't have rules; they have laws.
Huh?
So a website like YouTube doesn't have their own set of rules.
They would just
abide
follow
by
law.
laws.
So I guess they would have to change their rules to where it's like they may have their own rules to their discretion and they can do whatever but they would have to change their rules to like our only rule with speech is now if you break the law then you will face
That's
these
stupid though.
repercussions.
Because like, what? So I don't know. Like, let's say like YouTube is like, I don't know exactly what their mission statement is, but like YouTube, sort of on the surface of it, like they just want to have all kinds of content, right?
Yeah.
For all ages. To me, like, I don't know. They'd probably, if you write a law, it's going to be 1 million pages long. It's going to have all these caveats. But just the idea of like, oh, you can only remove somebody's content from your website if it's against the law. Mm-hmm. That's stupid because it's like, I don't know, just easy example is like, I don't know, you have a website about, I don't know, car repairs and you want people to upload car repair videos and somebody uploads a music video. Are you suppressing are you deplatforming them if you take down their, music video off your car repair website?
I should add.
Are you, let's say you have a website for kids. Like you want to have kids-oriented videos, kid-appropriate videos, right? And somebody uploads, Saw or something. Like, what are you violating the law then? Are you, are you suppressing free speech because you delete Saw from your kids' video website?
Yeah. Okay. I understand where you're coming. I should add like this only applies to companies that reach a certain size. So this law would only apply to Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and any other company that, which to me kind of seems like, congratulations, you're this big. Now here's what you have to do.
No, that's stupid.
And like that's my thing. Like I always say, like I think that we as a society are putting enough pressure on these companies that they will change their behaviors. Like the government doesn't really need to get involved. Like the government doesn't need to come in and say, like it's just people who are afraid of. And every time this has ever happened to these people. Okay, let me preface it. Typically, these people have a right-wing bent, and they often revel. Like, this is one of the things they hope for. Like, they always phrase it as, like, something they're afraid of, but they always hope for it, in my opinion. They're always, in the back of their mind, they're hoping this happens to them. They hope they get banned. They hope they get... Why? Because what can they do now? Look at me. I'm under attack. Woe is me. Somebody come help me. The money comes. And when the money's coming your way, you don't ask questions. And, like, they always benefit from this. Like, has Alex Jones really suffered? No, he's like a martyr now. He's like banned off Facebook. Look, we're so dangerous. You got to go back on our site. Blah blah blah. And like he hasn't suffered. And like Steven Crowder, look, he boomed. He did great from it. And so like I don't so what I'm saying is like they often hope for it. And so I think this law, again, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Like so many caveats. Like the moment you like, it's not like what's Justin Amash actually has Justin Amash is a representative. I'm not doxing anybody. He's a public servant. He's a representative of Michigan's 3rd district. Okay, I'm not doxing anybody. He has a thing on his Twitter, and it says laws should be general, fair, or no, they should be fair, balanced, and general. And and in my opinion, I'm not a libertarian, but I kind of agree with the definition of a law. A law should be general. It shouldn't have so many caveats. It should be a general rule. Like when you start applying like companies of this size should have this specific rule, like you start getting into the weeds a bit, and this is where laws get messed up and like, vague and, can be interpreted in 1,000,001 different ways. Like, and the fact that you can tell laws aren't general because of the fact that you have lawyers who can argue a law from so many different directions. If laws were truly general and certain, you wouldn't need a lawyer because like anybody could tell you what the law says. You wouldn't need to go to law school and like figure this out. You wouldn't, because there's so many vague there's so many different laws that contradict each other and blah blah, and precedent. That's probably, and because laws aren't general and certain. That's just my fucking ass backwards opinion. All right. And speaking of Steven Crowder, he recently did change my mind in the whole wake of this. It says hate speech isn't real. Change my mind.
I watched some of that.
And my thing is, I don't know exactly. I didn't watch the whole thing, so maybe someone here who
Me
watched it
neither.
can. I didn't watch any of it actually.
Oh,
I just kind of saw it, and my gut reaction was like, "No, wait a minute. I don't think anybody should I don't think hate speech should be a crime, but to say hate speech doesn't exist, I don't understand how that matters. I don't understand how that's true.
well, his whole thing was the definition of hate speech is the reason why it doesn't exist.
Okay, so I don't know. Did you watch it? Well,
I
maybe we have
mean-
somebody here who agrees with that opinion and can actually argue on it.
Well,
Why Jake's smiling, so maybe he can argue.
I don't know.
I mean that's
Okay, so my stance here is hate speech is real. However, should you be punished for actually saying it or whatever? No. Hate speech is, in my opinion, my definition is any speech that any slur towards a racial group or speaking ill of any racial group or just racial group, any specific group. Gays, Jews, being like fuck Jew. Like if I said fuck all the Jews, Harvard.
Podcast
If I said fuck all the Jews,
Podcast.
that is hate speech.
mm.
Obviously, you want to take intent to it too. Trying to save my ass here. You want but that is hate speech. Do I think you should go to jail or whatever for saying that? No. But I don't know. Maybe someone here disagree with me.
I
So I'm
remem-
saying
I remember once when I was watching it, he always started off the conversations with, "What is your definition of hate speech?" And then he'd make sure they're both on the same page of hate speech. And then he would go out along to say like, if that's the definition of hate speech, that is not illegal, or like that's not a law or something. I saw it maybe. He did two of these. He did
Okay.
two of these at least. So I saw it maybe a few months ago.
Okay, because from what you said, that's kind of confusing. Because if he said, okay, if that's your definition of hate speech, that's not law. Then what is he arguing? Is he arguing like your definition's
See,
wrong?
that's where I'm missing something.
I don't understand. Is he? So maybe I need to watch the thing. Maybe we
You
should
should.
watch
It
it
is a
and
good
react to it, guys. But yeah, no. So this was a Steven Crowder episode. I do have one more thing to share about. So in my pursuit to find more attractive women, I went on Reddit.
Mhm.
And one of the general rules they say is like, if you really want to find women to talk to, what you should do is go places women are. Every time someone invites you somewhere, say yes. Just go. Listen, you have a higher chance of meeting a woman if you go outside than if you just stay at home and do nothing.
Really?
Fun
Really?
fact. So this weekend, I took a volunteer opportunity to build a park.
Yeah, that's it, John. You go get it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I built a park.
Build that park.
Well, the park was not finished. In fact, it was.
Dude, you didn't
It was
finish your
throughout the
job?
week. It was throughout the week. Well, it was a volunteer position. I did not see any hot girls.
Okay.
I did meet some fine people. I met two guys who were fine. Fine personally.
Damn.
Oh no, you should
Yeah,
have
I
seen
found
one of
two
them.
thick
He had
dudes.
a wagon. Damn no. But no, and my coworker said, oh yeah, every first Saturday of the month, there's a soup kitchen that I go to. I said yes to that. And so I've been taking on more. I think by taking on these volunteer, I think it really filters out the women. Typically, a woman that goes out to volunteer to do something is, of my opinion, higher quality. Anybody that goes out is a higher quality person than.
Yeah, it shows they care.
Well,
Care enough to do
I'm not
something.
saying they are higher, but the chances of them being are higher.
Yeah.
Typically, somebody who
If they choose to take their time to use their time to help other people, yeah, that's probably a good point.
Yeah. Cheaters do not volunteer. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never actually. No, you probably could find one. But yeah, cheaters do not volunteer, and so I've been taking all these volunteer opportunities, and I have been I'm hoping to find me a thick booty, big titty Arabic girl. You know what I'm talking about, baby. You know what we're after.
Yeah.
We don't play. Even though this girl that I'm attracted to on the bus is Indian, but she's hot. She's fucking hot. She's got a wagon on her. Listen, I love all girls, but no, enough about that. But yeah, no, I've been taking these volunteer opportunities, and I'm hoping that we find the one. We find the one, boys.
Yeah, okay.
Because, you know, the best place to find a woman is real life, in my opinion. Fuck dating apps.
All right, real life.
Dating apps are garbage.
Okay, what in the past week? Where have you gone? What have you done in the past
I
week?
just fucking told you I went to a fucking
Yeah,
park.
no, not just that. No, I'm saying in the past week. Like you said, every moment
That was
you
the
go out,
weekend. In the past week, I went to work.
you went to work.
Yes.
You didn't go out to any.
Where the fuck am I supposed to go?
You were just making the
Drinking
point of going out
establishments.
anywhere is better
I
than
don't
being
drink.
at home.
Drink pop.
No, I told you the reason I go to these balls is because I'm meeting higher caliber women. Yeah, meet a fucking drunk. She won't leave you.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, hold on.
Yeah, look at Alex for validation.
Hold on a second, John.
Yeah.
John,
You'll
if all
find
the
no
odds in the
validation
world,
here.
you, a person who isn't a drunk and won't cheat, is in a bar, why are the odds so low that another person happens to be there that's in the same class as you?
Huh?
You're saying
What are the
a person that goes to the bar is a
chances-
drunk,
All right, Jake.
but
or
not
TJ,
all
whatever
people
your
that
name
go
is.
there. There are people that go there for the same reason you are. Like,
Okay. What are the chances of meeting someone at a bar that does not drink? Huh. Well,
Well,
I would
not
say it's
drink.
lower than.
I wouldn't say not drink. I would say the same reason. You said a drunk. There is different than
Okay.
somebody going there and having a drink and a straight up a person who is a drunk.
That's where you're wrong.
How?
Wait.
Every person that drinks is a drunk.
Oh, so
Oh.
everybody doesn't have any self control.
No, people don't.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I've known Jake for how many years? He's always drunk. He's always drunk, and
He's just always drunk.
Drank that one beer
I
on
don't
his
even know
21st birthday.
I've always been like, there's this strip in downtown Detroit that has bars. I've always been willing to go there.
Okay. So,
I would go, but
but
I realized what I just did.
You piece of shit.
But
You
yeah,
would
no, no, yeah. So I've always wanted to go there. Well, not always. It's not
Oh,
like
so
something I've been dying.
okay.
No, it's something I've been willing to go to.
You went from I don't want to ever step foot in a
I
bar
misspoke.
to
I misspoke.
oh
man.
oh no I've always wanted to go there.
Well,
to
it's not
this
just a bar. It's like a strip.
The strip with a bunch of bars.
It doesn't have a bunch. It has like one. I don't know how to describe it. It's a strip, man.
It's
It's
bar
like an alley.
area.
It's like an alleyway where the young people get together after work, and but I have no backup, and I have more charisma when I'm with. That's why I've been trying to work on. I'm trying to be a better lone wolf. I've realized like only when I'm like with my friends and stuff, I have more charisma. Like, when I'm with my friends, I'm like Captain Vince, but like I have to have that charisma when I'm by myself, like because like. My friends aren't always going to be there to, like, give me that bump in charisma where I can just, like, tackle any challenge and walk up to anybody and, like, strike up a conversation with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have to fucking go in. Like, if I'm around Alex and, like, we're around strangers, I feel more because, like, I'm around familiar company. Like, I feel like I'm in home territory. Like, because Alex is, like, I know, like, no matter, just not just Alex, but anybody here. Well, that's not true. But like I feel like no matter what goes wrong, I know Alex has got my back.
Always there.
Always by
even
my
if
side.
he doesn't, he's not gonna openly fucking like turn on in front of the street. Like
Alex, yeah. But you try to ask a girl, you try to talk to a girl, she like makes fun of you and says like, "Oh, I wouldn't talk to you." And Alex goes up and punches her in the throat.
Yep.
This is like, how dare you say that thought?
yeah,
And
so
Top smash.
that's
smack.
the thing. So when you're with your friend, you get that
Be
confidence
gone,
boost.
famoid.
But when you're by yourself, you're not like you're alone, and like like if you're surrounded, like there's no cap, like there's
Me and
nobody
the-
you can look
me and
to.
the boys at the bar.
There's nobody you can look to that's gonna be like, keep going, man, thumbs up. You don't have that Alex
you
there.
can give
who's
me a
like,
call. Like I can send you a picture of me with my thumb up.
Yeah,
Looking out for your son.
and that's the problem. So, and that's why I've been trying to work on like boosting my charisma when I'm alone instead of doing it when I'm with friends, because anybody can be charismatic and brave when they're with somebody when they're in home territory.
Maybe.
But you want to be the most uncommon of the uncommon, all right?
Yeah. Okay.
And the most uncommon of the uncommon can be charismatic even when they're by them in enemy territory. They act like they run that bitch. You come into it like some place you've never been to and act like you run that shit. They look at you like, damn, this motherfucker's bold.
That's what I want you to do when you get on the bus next time.
Oh my God, John.
You own the bus. I am the
Preach it,
bus.
but you can't do it.
This is my bus.
John, you are the bus, and she's already riding you. Like,
What do you mean?
shit.
I'm saying I'm working on this because like once I've attained this, like this is like these are the perks and benefits I have, and I am working towards this. I'm not like saying like,
John, I bet I could go on that bus.
oh my
And talk to that
God.
Oh, are you in one of my classes? No.
What school do
Maybe you
go
went.
to?
Yeah.
I go to Harvard.
No.
I go to Harvard, yeah, and I'm on this bus.
No,
in
you
Detroit.
lie. You lie. You say you go to the school that she goes to. Are you in one of my classes?
That falls apart very quickly.
How does it fall apart?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not okay, Jake. I'm not saying like you can't. I'm just saying I draw contention with that specific line. I mean, yes,
Well,
I
shit,
should
come
talk
up
to her.
with your own line.
Yes, okay, I agree. Come up with your own line. I mean, like, okay, it may have worked if we actually did go to the same school. Like, then it could be
It's
okay.
not really about that.
it's like not. It's not the reason why you're talking. It's just
you know
the
what?
point
Fine.
to talk to her.
Even just say, did you ever take classes at the school you went to, John?
Okay, that's just.
Just ask. Why is that so fucking?
Okay, fine. Well,
That's what
I'm
I
not
thought.
saying I'm gonna do that, but I'm just saying that to
See,
simmer down.
Jake's saying something as simple as talking to her, and you're getting this riled
some
up.
guys go up to girls like, "Damn, girl, you got a wagon," and they go home getting laid.
Yeah, well,
Meanwhile, we have to fucking put all this fucking work in.
it's not even that.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
It's
That's what
not
she wants.
work to sit down next to somebody and say, "Hey."
We're fucking sitting here writing down, well, what should we You see, this is why women are such fucking bullshit. I ever go down, you think I'm sitting at home, I'm like, oh, I'm about to see Alex. What should I fucking say? I'm texting my boys. I'm like, guys, I'm going to see Alex. What should I fucking say? No. I say where the fuck I want to tell Alex. And I
Go
know
up to Alex and you say, "Damn, you got that wagon."
You know what? There are times I've openly smacked Alex's ass. No deal. No deal. There's not a time. There's not a problem. There's not a fucking problem. Can't do that to a girl. And I say, oh, wait. Harvard? Now hear me out. I would not do that to a girl because that is an invasion of privacy.
What are you, sexist? You think you could do that to men? Like, what's your fucking deal?
I can do that to men because Alex has no privacy.
You can do that
Actually,
to all
he
men
does,
because
but-
Alex doesn't
I
have
am
privacy.
public.
He is public. No.
Free to
no.
use.
Shit.
Stop. All right, guys. I think that's it.
Is it?
That's
Are we
it.
done kicking this mule? I don't know. Anyone got any more topics?
Dude.
No.
Alex?
What?
Are we in
don't say
unanimous?
anything.
Stop kicking this mule? I say yay.
How long have we
Hour
been?
5 minutes. Is that good
Ah,
enough
it's
for
good
you?
enough. Good enough.
Yeah,
We started
sure,
late.
why not?
Started late. These motherfuckers.
You.
Me. What do you
It's your
mean?
fault. Admit guilt.
I don't know. Oh, son.
Somebody
You're
started
playing
late.
Talking
long
to the wrong
game. I don't know what it means to admit guilt. Are we done kicking the mule?
Mule is done kicking.